Alright guys, I am super excited about today's hike because I'm gonna go retrieve a couple trail cameras that have been up where we deer hunt since last August. So who knows how long the batteries lasted or how long the SD cards lasted, but I'm gonna take up a bunch of new cameras, and I've got some salt and bait set up in the Horn Hunter pack. So I'm gonna go rebait them, new batteries, new SD cards, and see what's on them first, which is exciting because I think I'll be able to learn a lot about how the deer reacted and migrated last year. Fingers crossed that they lasted for a while. So I'm gonna go get that done. But while I hike up there, I'm gonna grab this stuff and hike up there. I'll share some footage to you guys from when I set them last year and checked them. Well, we're just about there, and there's a lot of tracks. All these trails. Looks like some elk came through here. It's all torn up here. Tracks, trail leading right to it. This whole area has just been mowed down. And we got the stealth cam up there. Still have 100% battery on this thing. 422 pictures. Moment of truth. This is the fun part. See exactly what came here. Oh, change battery. This thing likes to lie to me. See, told you. Alright guys, check this. There we are. Let's go. There's a buck. 8:36 p.m. on the 5th. Little guy. Oh, this doe was coming in here last time. She's got a goofy ear. Look at these guys, man. These animals are so curious. I mean, they can tell something's up. So that thing on the tree is making noise, and this bull went up and took some selfies with it. Some decent bulls though. That was cool. That's cool. Whoa, no way. Look at that sneaking around up here. Mountain lion. Oh man. Dang, dude. I've only gotten a couple mountain lions on trail camera, and that's probably the first daytime picture I've ever gotten. Mountain lions, elk, deer, and then us. Dude, when was that here? 7:23, 2 days ago. Mountain lion strolled through. Wow, that's cool. Not to the cameras yet. Not even close. Still not there. Almost there. Alright, making it to the first trail camera. There's 2 cameras that were left up here that have not been checked since August. This one I checked a couple times while I was hunting it. The other one hasn't even been checked whatsoever. Good news is it's still hanging up, and there's already a ton of deer tracks to the salt this year. Look, this is all trail, and there's actually, believe it or not, some salt left. And there's the cam, the stealth cam. Check it out. Nice. Oh my gosh, was that really still taking pictures? It said 1,000 on it. If that thing took pictures, I will be so impressed with these stealth cams. Oh my gosh, the menu key still turns on. Look at that. How can that be possible? All right, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it still has 13% battery life. This camera has been up for 10 months, guys. That is why we use stealth cameras, and I'm not kidding. It has been here through the entire winter, taking pictures. It's only full because it has no SD card memory space. It has 1,000 pictures on it. It actually has 1,002 now, so maybe it's still taking pictures. Holy cow. That's impressive, guys. 10 months through winter, cold winter. Like, we're above 9,000 feet easy. And that thing still has battery, but we're gonna take it out and check it. Impressive. I just got the SD card plugged into the Stealth Cam SD card reader, which I love. Been using this little guy right here. It just plugs right into your iPhone. They make them for iPhone and Android devices. But the good news is that camera up there has been taking pictures since August 25th, and it was still taking pictures of me today, which is huge. Like, I can learn so much just by rolling through these pictures. There's over 1,000 of them. And I don't have time to just look at them all with you guys, but let me show you a couple, and why I hike over to the other one, I'll just like overlay some in the video so you guys can see. It's cool to see this whole place like change seasons. Let me fast forward to August 30th for you guys. There was a big buck up here I called the quad pod, and he was close to this area, but he wasn't necessarily right in here. But on August 30th he showed up, and I want to show you guys. There he is. First look at him. So he showed up August 30th. He hit this once, and that was it. Like, he never ever hit the camera again. But check that out. I'm gonna put new batteries in this one, which is nice to know. It'll last another year. But a few things you guys need when you go set cameras. Little handy saw, just for like trimming, you know, limbs and stuff. I always take Mountain Ops, keep me hydrated. To get this bait site back up and running, new batteries. I brought an SD card to replace it, which I always format the card as soon as I put it in there, and I'll test it and make sure the angle's right and it's shooting before I leave. Kind of short on time, gotta run around and get this stuff put up and done with as quick as possible. But anyways, I'm gonna get this done, set it up, and then overlay some pictures for you guys off this camera so you guys can stay entertained while I hike my butt all the way around this bowl into the next one. So, let them roll. Getting close to camera number 2, and I'm still in shock that that first camera was taking pictures and still had battery life. 10 months, guys. That's pretty gnarly. Cool to see the summer and winter and fall and everything changing on the camera. Hope you guys enjoyed that little slideshow. Camera number 2 is right off this ridge. I specifically put this camera up for a buck I called quad pod, which was on that last one. That non-typical with the extra points in the back. So I think he'll be on this camera too. But there it is, put on this dead stump. And look at the beds and trails right behind it. Look at those beds and this trail right here. And I had it pointing in this direction, hoping that some bucks would show up right there on the trail. Look at that, it's got something on in there. It says battery, but maybe it ran out of SD card space. Again, super impressed with these stealth cams. Got it out, guys. Surprisingly, that camera still had power too, which I will be in shock if that thing was still taking photos. Okay, we're using the SD card reader by Stealth Cam like I showed you guys, but let me show you how easy it is. Plug it in, allow it, it goes to your drive. It takes a minute to load sometimes, I've realized. Stealth Cam, and it's just like you're viewing it. So let's see when I started this. Look at that. There I am last year, a year ago, at 3:45 on August 23rd. Let's go to the very end. I want to see if it was taking pictures today or not. I feel like the camera would have loaded up first. Okay, so the last picture on this camera is June 29th, 2016. You guys can buy StealthCam for 30% off if you just go to their website at stealthcam.com. If you use Hush discount code when you check out, you'll get 30% off on all their cameras, accessories, SD cards, everything like that. So I recommend StealthCam, not just because we're partnered with them, obviously because they work. All right, good news, guys. I put this camera up specifically to get a picture of that big buck, that big non-typical, and I just went through all the photos, and there's a lot of them because that camera's still taking photos. The big buck was over there on August 30th, and on September 6th, let me find it for you. Look at that. He showed up September 6th in all his glory. This is the last spot I saw him, which is specifically the reason I put the camera on this trail. Sure enough, he came back, so I put this camera up, he bounced across the ridge, hit the other camera. 6 days later, he's back here, and he's on this StealthCam. Pretty gnarly buck, man. That was my #1 buck last year. Anyways, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna fix this camera, redo the batteries on it. This is a good spot. I think it's definitely worth keeping it here. And but that's it, guys. Thanks for tagging along. Thanks for checking out the StealthCam with us. Make sure to check them out at stealthcam.com and use that discount code Hushin. It's gonna be fun to check them again in a couple weeks.